Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to race number 32 of the 2015 NASCAR XFINITY Series, as we are live here from the Phoenix International Raceway here for the DAV 200. We have 40 drivers lined up on pit road, getting ready to go green, as we have 2 races remain on the 2015 XFINITY schedule. We could be crowning ourselves a champion today, but that would most likely be next weekend at Homestead. We'll get to that in a moment. Down below your starting grid, rolling across the screen, and right now the number 22, last year's winner, Brad KESELOWSKI, will start on the pole in the number 22. On the outside is the number 3 of Ty Dillon. Row 2 of the 54, spring winner DENNY HAMLIN, alongside Brendan Gaughan in the number 62. Chris Buescher will round out your top 5. Austin Dillon, Kevin Harvick, Regan Smith, Daniel Suarez, and Kyle Larson, your top 10. But now the big picture, the points. Right now, Regan Smith, right now he has a 23-point lead on his rival teammate, Chase Elliott. Elliott trying to go back-to-back championships in the XFINITY Series before he'll be leaving the series to run full-time in the Cup Series in the 24 car next year. Elliott right now 23 points behind. Should Regan Smith have a 43-point lead or more on the 9, he will clinch the championship. But right now, Brian Scott third, Ty Dillon, and Chris Buescher, they are also mathematically still eligible to win this title. But realistically, it is a 2-man race with 2 races to go. We had a 41-car entry, but only 1 driver failed to qualify. That was the number 40 of Derek White. That will be all for the pre-race news. Now we're going to take you down to the green flag. Alright, Rodney, we are now going green, this time by the lights are out at the top of the pace car, meaning we are going green. And Brad KESELOWSKI on the pole, shaking back with Regan Smith. Right now, he will roll off 8th on the grid. 3 spots behind him is the 9 of Chase Elliott. So we will follow those 2 drivers all day long. How about the guys running for a championship tomorrow in the Cup Series? Brad KESELOWSKI, DENNY HAMLIN, Kevin Harvick, 3 drivers in this race that will be running in tomorrow's Cup race. All need a win to advance into the Final 4 next weekend. Brad KESELOWSKI on the inside of Ty Dillon, leads us down in the turn number 1, and KESELOWSKI clears the 3. Now DENNY HAMLIN on the inside of Dillon, but now Dillon falls back in the clutches of his teammate Brendan Gaughan, who will make it 3 wide with Chris Buescher on the inside lane. They make contact down in the turn number 3, Gaughan in the middle, Austin Dillon right behind his brother Ty. They come off turn number 4, Buescher trying to complete the pass on the inside, and they remain 3 wide in 3rd place between 2 of the RCR teammates, Brendan Gaughan and Ty Dillon. Now Ty goes high again, Austin Dillon now trying to get in the middle lane, right behind his brother Ty Dillon, now right beside the number 3 of Ty Dillon. And look at this, Chase Elliott moving by Regan Smith in the 7. Now here comes the 42 of Kyle Larson on the inside. Elliott down to the outside, they remain 3 wide. Daniel Suarez in that 18 who finished 2nd in last night's truck race. Now on the inside of Austin Dillon. And right now, KESELOWSKI, DENNY HAMLIN, and Chris Buescher have all driven away from the pack back here. Kevin Harvick trying to get 4th. Chase Elliott in the middle, Regan Smith up top, Eric Jones in the 20, behind him is Brian Scott in the 2, and Darren Wallace Jr. in that 6. Jones has 2 wins here in Phoenix in the Truck Series. Now moving by Regan Smith, who has to deal with that 3 of Ty Dillon. And DENNY HAMLIN not letting that number 22 get away. KESELOWSKI and Hamlin 1st and 2nd. Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, and Chase Elliott trying to get 5th away from the 18 of Daniel Suarez. Now they settle it down to 2 wide, Suarez and Gaughan. Now Elliott on the inside of the 62, getting pushed by the 42, Kyle Larson, and here comes Dillon in the middle, and Elliott gets turned into the grass. Comes back up into Austin Dillon, collects Brendan Gaughan, the 33 spins down in the turn number 3, but he saves it. He saves that 33 car. But at the same time, Ryan Reed about to get trimmed with a 25 of Dylan Luppin, and the 7 is in the wall as well. Regan Smith in the wall. And Brad KESELOWSKI can Denny Hamlin continues to have a run on that 22 car. Buescher, Harvick, and now Daniel Suarez are top 5. Brendan Gaughan, Chase Elliott, Eric Jones, Kyle Larson, and Ty Dillon. Darrell Wallace, Elliott Sadler, Brett Moffitt, Ryan Scott, and Ryan Reed are top 15. Regan Smith all the way down to 16th. I have no idea what happened, but Dylan Luffin, Ryan Racine, Jeremy Clements, and Austin Dillon all the way down to 20th in that number 33 car. Now we're going to go back and see what happened to the number 33, the former series champion, Austin Dillon. What a great save he had, though. Here, watching the now Chase Elliott about to get wrecked and have his season go in a, end up in the grass. And he gets turned by the 42 of Kyle Larson. After that, Larson back up the track, and Elliott actually comes up the track and hits Austin Dillon. Dillon gets his ball. He slots back, but he's able to jump and continue. Up here, though, Regan Smith gets into marbles, gets loose, and then ends up losing a couple of spots as well in that 7 car, but now he's trying to make it back. And we have about 17 to go this time by. Following along, though, with the 54 of Denny Hamlin. In the spring, Denny started second to Chase Elliott, and he ended up getting past the, we have a caution out. Yes, we did. The 19 of Alex Kennedy have a lot of damage in the front end of that 19. The 52 of Joey Gase and the 97 of KWASNIEWSKI also involved in the 19 of Alex Kennedy. As we were saying, the Denny Hamlin led every single lap in the spring race from the second starting spot to get the win. That was Denny's first win in the 2015. Driving the 54, but we are on the yellow here on lap number 8. The 19 of Alex Kennedy, a lot of front end damage. After a wreck that involved the 97 of KWASNIEWSKI, the 89 of Morgan Shepherd. Here's KWASNIEWSKI. He's going to get turned by the 26 of Jed Burton up in the Morgan Shepherd right there in that 89 car. And Gase got in the oil, looks like, from the 97. Nowhere to go for the 19 of Alex Kennedy, the 52 of Joey Gase. And it's just a big mess here. KESELOWSKI didn't win the battle at the line. Oh, Ryan Ellis and TJ Bell into the tire barrier on the entrance of pit road. The 17 and a 13. And the 19 of Kennedy just had a 13 miss right there. 5 drivers are already behind the wall. The 17 of Ryan Ellis, the 52 of Joey Gase, the 97 of KWASNIEWSKI, 13 of TJ Bell, and the 19 of Alex Kennedy. But the race is being led by the 22 of KESELOWSKI. Right now we have 15 to go, probably around 12 to go when we go back green here for Phoenix. Last night in the truck race, we saw one of KESELOWSKI's development drivers, Tyler Reddick, pick up his second win in 2015 in last night's truck race right here from Phoenix. He won the race now, trails Matt Crafton by 6 points. Next Friday night, the NASCAR Kevin Road Truck Series 2015 season will end. Will it be Matt Crafton, Tyler Reddick, or Eric Jones holding the trophy at the end of the night? Find out next week at Homestead. Today, the XFINITY Series, second to last race for the 2015 season, and tomorrow the Cup Series. Last race in the eliminator round before we will hit the Final Four at Homestead Miami Speedway next week. We are now past the halfway point in this race. Time to go back green here from Phoenix. KESELOWSKI leads Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher third, Kevin Harvick, and Daniel Suarez. Chase Elliott now in the back bumper of Brendan Gaughan, Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, and Ty Dillon. And now Regan Smith has got to run the 16 of Ryan Reed. Ryan Reed at 1 point towards the 7 car. Now we'll chase down the 98 of Brett Moffitt. Brett drives for Front Row Motorsports in the NASCAR the 98 car here this weekend. front of him is Brian Scott, who finished top 5 in the spring. Elliott, Sadler, and Darrell Wallace Jr. Darrell was second in points for most part of the 2015 season, but the second part of the year has not went the way the Sixers wanted to. And now Kyle Larson on the inside of the 9 and Chase Elliott bringing the 20 of Eric Jones with him. Jones has 2 wins here in the Truck Series. Now he will try to get around the number 9 and Chase Elliott. And Regan Smith he moves by the 98 of Brett Moffitt. So that's another point for the 7. And up ahead, the 54 Denny Hamlin. 2 as you have a crash up here, the 8 of Blake Cook. The 0 won a Landon Castle. Was at the 28 I saw J.J. Yaley with Morgan Shepherd, Dakota Armstrong on pit road. Blake Cook on pit road. Jeremy Clements is on pit road as well in the 51. Caution's out for the second time today and it's taken out a lot more drivers. And once again, it involves a car possibly getting turned off turn number 4. Austin Dillon much quicker than Dylan Lupton. Remember, Dillon got put in the wall by Chase Elliott earlier in the race. Trying to work his way back up to the front. Ends up turning the 25 of Dylan Lupton around right in front of Ryan Sieg. Looks like he may be able to avoid it. Yes, he does. But at the same time, Jeremy Clements and Blake Cook will hit the inside safer barrier. And they will come back up the track. Here they are. There's Blake Cook, and Clements is already on the track. There they are. They hit the wall. Back up the track, Clements and Cook. Landon Castle, Yaley involved at 28. Here's Morgan Shepherd trying to get on there. Break. Ryan Seeger had it all miss, but it's like he's Blake Cook ends up coming up and flexing. I don't know, Ryan Sieg does run into the Clements. 14 of Cale Conley. And then, what's that? Dakota Armstrong, he will come down pit road, but a big mess on the back straightaway here at Phoenix. So we will be getting ready for another restart. J.J. Yaley, Jeremy Clements, and Blake Cook are now out of the race, along with Ryan Sieg in that 39 car. So laps are winding down, and chances to win the race are disappearing for that 54 Denny Hamlin. He needs to get a little green flag run, or at least a good enough restart to get by the 22. Remember, in this race 1 year ago, Chase Elliott clinched the title, but also in that same race, although the attention was on Chase Elliott, in the final restart, the white flag, Brad KESELOWSKI got by the 54 at Kyle Busch and stole the win away from the Joe Gibbs Racing driver. Will it be the opposite? But this time it will be Denny Hamlin jobbing that 54. Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, and Daniel Suarez, your top 5, coming back down in the green flag. And the 22 gets a nice jump again on the 54 Denny Hamlin. Now Kevin Harvick looks to the inside of Chris Buescher, makes contact. Buescher up high in turn 1 and 2. Can't get a launch coming off turn number 2 down the back straightaway they go. Harvick on the inside trying to make it Cup drivers first, second, and third. Kyle Larson on the inside of Brendan Gaughan. Back here, Regan Smith trying to get around that 2 of Brian Scott. And that would be for 12th place. Scott has it and Smith wants it. And we are on the yellow again. This time Derek Cope and Jed Burton and Mike Harmon. And this right here could end the race for Brad KESELOWSKI. And my TV's on. Mute this. Mike Harmon involved. Let's go back and see what happened. As up ahead, Derek Coop was 70 in front of the 0 of Michael Self. Derek Coop running 20 at the time. This is 20 for 70. Right in front of Jed Burton, the 26, and nowhere to go for the 74 of Mike Harmon. He was running 25th at the time. So those 3 drivers are now out the race. Landon Castle 32nd, Ryan Sieg 31st, and right now we only have 25 drivers on the lead lap in this race. we will not be going back green, meaning the 22 of Brad Keselowski will win the race here today at Phoenix. Denny Hamlin second, Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, and Daniel Suarez in your top 5. Kyle Larson, Brendan Gaughan, Chase Elliott, Eric Jones, and Darrell Wallace Jr. will be getting top 10 finishes. Ty Dillon, Elliott Sadler, Ryan Scott, but right here, Regan Smith, 14th, loses points to Chase Elliott. So that will make the battle at Homestead just a little bit tighter, but Smith still has a pretty big cushion. Brett Moffitt, 15th, Ron Reed, Austin Dillon, David Starr, Ross Chastain, and Dylan Lupton. Gail Conley, Michael Self, Harrison Rhodes, Morgan Shepherd, and Jimmy Weller. Dakota Armstrong, 26th, Dexter Bean, 27th. And Mike Carmen on down did not finish the race. So that will end the race here at Phoenix, meaning only one more race to go in the NASCAR Xfinity Series here in 2015. Can Regan Smith hang on and win his first NASCAR championship? Find out next weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway.